Cedar Focus. Today we're speaking to Kieran from Cedar SkillSET service. This service delivers specialised pre-employment training, on-the-job mentoring and the creation of sustainable employment opportunities. Please enjoy the episode. Hi Kieran, it's nice to meet you. Thanks
How you doing,
for taking the
Kieran?
time to talk to us.
Not a bother.
um, that's great. So we're just going to talk a little bit about sort of your experience with Cedar and the service you work for.
Mhm.
So basically, to begin, when and how did you first come to work for Cedar?
Well, I'm actually in Cedar now 16 years coming in March, so quite a while.
Oh, that's
Um,
great.
a bit of a weird how I got into this sort of sector. Came out of university with an art degree, and I started working with a local the beaches in Lochalee. They were looking somebody in the day centre to do art with people with learning disabilities as part, as well as other sort of supports, and done that for quite a few years. And then seeing the opportunity come up with Cedar for floating support, went applied for that. Um, and my dad had a brain injury, two brain injuries now, two significant ones. So I had a bit of personal insight and working with him and supporting him, I suppose. So I applied for that job and done floating support for 4 years, and then moved into the inclusion works, and then I
Okay.
transferred into SkillSET there a couple of years ago.
Right. That's a really diverse sort of uh, array of motivations for you then. You have the creative
Yeah,
side, the personal experience.
yeah,
Yeah, in 16 years, like it really shows a lot of dedication for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
organization.
yeah. I know I didn't think I'd be with any one organisation for that long, but I suppose that's more credit to Cedar, I would say, than anything.
With regards to the service you're in now, skill set, could you describe that for us and sort of what it's all about?
Generally, people we work with are what we would call work ready. So either looking to move into employment in the very near future, 6 months to 12 months is sort of generally what the time support is, supporting them back into employment or into employment for the first time, whatever the situation may be. Um, and sometimes it's basically hitting the ground running and supporting them with CVs, helping them how to job search and prepare for interview, all them pre-employability skills, um, and just sort of plans of getting into employment really. But also can be a longer process. So that pre-employability could be, we have a thing called a job club. So it's a in-house training with Cedar where they would meet in small groups ideally, and to work on the likes of CV building and interview skills and basically preparing for to return to employment. So that's Andrea able to do that, and then it'd be a bit of a collaboration. Then the key worker like the likes of me would take over with the service users towards the end, just matching them to employers.
Um, that's really interesting. You mentioned there that with regards to the employers, do you engage with employers then on that side of things?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, we would also do a lot of work, building relationships with employers, and we can offer, disability awareness training, and we're doing a fair bit of work now to try and even have like a long-term partnership with some of them, and having meetings and helping them understand what Cedar can offer them to
Mhm.
for us either to support people to apply for the jobs or to help them, within the job, to train,
Mhm.
help them train, and also help the current staff, to maybe help some other people with disabilities already in the positions, so it's a wide range of things.
So, like typically in your working day, like how would that go? Like, I mean, maybe there isn't a typical working day,
Yeah.
sort of like what kind of things would you do in a day from sort of you come in till you go home?
Oof. Yeah, like I say, very variable, and like with all our sports Cedar, very person centered. So what the support for one person will be different for another. Now, generally, there's a similarity in regards to what you do, but then how you approach it with some people might be different than others.
Hmm.
But it could be a matter of just touching base with somebody. That sometimes people are very much at the stage they're almost wholly independent, and they're confident that doing the job search. And I just be touching base with some people just to see how it's going. Might point them in the right direction, give them a bit of advice. Even if I come across jobs, it might see something, if I'm just day to day, I might sort of put it in their direction. But sometimes for me, it could be somebody else could be a lot of one-to-one work, Maybe some people aren't comfortable doing the job, the job club. And I might be doing a wee bit of that one-to-one in sort of preparation for, job search and maybe even building their CV up, whatever it may be. Um, but very variable, and I've had service users in the past that came in very work ready, a young guy, and within the week, he was applying for jobs and got a job offer.
Do you find sometimes that service users might change their idea of what they want to do during their interaction with you, or?
Oh yeah, very much so. It's very hard, no matter what age we are or what our abilities, like for example, when we're going through education, we're supposed to redirect ourselves towards a final like career. So even people coming on to us, even people at my age, mightn't be sure what they truly want. So it's maybe helping. That can often be a big bit of work, just sort of giving them options and doing a bit of work in regards to, what their strengths are, what they like, and what's out there, and to maybe go in a direction, because some people just want to get back to work and they haven't even given it that much thought in regards to what specific, work they want to do. They just know they want to, get back and, start earning income and feel a bit more independent and, being out there. Yeah, the jobs are out there for sure. It's changed without a doubt, either remote, in person, or hybrid.
And with those other kind of jobs where maybe it isn't practical, sorry, to be fully remote, are there things that other support systems in place that would you um, sort of advise employers on that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's part of our ongoing. We have for years, like with employers, in regards to how they can facilitate people with disabilities.
For you, it must be really impactful to kind of see someone progress from that initial stage of linking in with you to then securing work. I was just really going to get your ideas on how that does feel for yourself. And
Yes, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's one of the beauties of the job. There is a real job satisfaction. It is me only supporting them and guiding them, and I always say the service users are the ones that do the work. At the end of the day.
yeah, great to hear. Like, I mean, it really sounds like you do enjoy the work. And, I was just wondering, like, would you sort of recommend this kind of role to other people if they were sort of thinking about working in a space that supports disabled people?
Yeah, without a doubt. I enjoy my work, and God, I'm always, beating the drum for Cedar. I'm a big advocate of them. Blue, I believe in their values, and I think Cedar truly stand over their values. So, um, I think this working in this area, I would wholly encourage anybody. If you're a people person and you like working with people, especially, go for it for sure.
Well, thanks for telling us about the service and everything as well. And like I said, I'll post links to that for anybody who's sort of feeling like they're work ready and maybe just need that bit of support to access the sort of job opportunities that are out there. But yeah, thanks so much, Kieran, for taking the time. I know you're really busy, but yeah, it's been great to talk to you today.
No bother. Thanks for having me, Kira.
We hope you enjoyed listening and learning about the SkillSET service. If you would like more information, please see the links in the show notes below. You can visit www.cedar-foundation.org or connect with us on social media on Facebook, X, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We're looking forward to the next episode, so please be sure to join us. Thank you.